Meet Thomas Lockach, the creator and namesake behind the YouTube channel Thomas Lock. His videos are an immersive look into wild camping, often pushing the limits of comfort and endurance in some of the most remote natural settings. From battling harsh elements to conquering rugged landscapes, Thomas thrives on raw, unfiltered encounters with the wild. But even for a seasoned camper like him, there are places where the unease runs too deep, where no amount of preparation can shake the feeling that something isn't right. On this trip, Thomas and his friends Sam and Matt ventured into a place called Gravelwood, a forest with a reputation for strange happenings. Thomas had camped here before and couldn't ignore the odd sensation he'd felt then. He had always told himself it was just the sound of cows beyond the tree line, hoping to prove that spooky feelings were nothing more than tricks of the mind.
Once again, going into the fray, the haunted forest, which, not to ruin everything, but we were just filming some drone shots and there are cows on the other side of the forest. So those noises were probably cows. This is why it's a pretty good spot, because obviously it's not very well maintained, so no one really cares about it. Yeah. Or maybe it's not well maintained because of all the killings. See the big dark tree?
Oh, that's the tree.
That's the tree. Does anyone feel anything yet?
A bit chilly.
What do you think, Sam?
I think it's perfectly fine.
Someone said maybe like a predator had sprayed pheromones on it, and that's what I was feeling. I would very much not like to be near the tree. It won't be as big of a slope as at Brecon.
Oh,
that was...
As they began setting up camp, Thomas noted how neglected the area looked, even joking, uneasily, that the lack of maintenance might be due to killings. Soon they came across a large, dark tree, a spot locals claimed was haunted. Sam felt nothing unusual, but Thomas sensed a distinct chill in the air. Despite his usual bravado, he refused to pitch his tent directly in front of it.
Did it slightly better than the last time, but still not great. There's Matt's Fox 1, as always. Stunner, it's up immediately, no worries. And then there's the hyena 2. Oh God.
What?
My inside of my tent's mouldy.
Oh. You said this, didn't you?
Yeah. No dear. Yeah, I mean, it'd be fine, but that's a bit annoying. Being in a confined space that's mouldy overnight, not so sure about that. Yeah, well, it's actually okay on the side I'll be sleeping. Just have to give it a good clean when I get back, I guess. But it is damp. That sucks.
The trip quickly became a string of annoyances. Thomas discovered his tent was inexplicably soaked and molding inside. Their attempt to cook dinner failed when the pan melted through, and a second attempt fared no better. Thomas kept insisting there was nothing creepy about the forest, though Matt accused him of looking for excuses to leave.
Oh dear. Oh shit. Oh shit.
What?
Oh how the...
You run out of gas?
No, I've just burnt through the pan. There is a hole in the pan. How the hell?
Well, my pan.
Yeah. What? I don't understand how... No, you can't. But how are you meant to cook things in a pan that melts?
I mean, I grabbed them from Asda, didn't
Yeah, that's true, actually. No, they were from... they were REX ones.
I? No, I did. I got them from Figgy, didn't I?
These were from Go Outdoors. Okay, so... Just once, I'm going to go on a camping trip that doesn't end in disaster.
Yeah, true.
There's mould in my tent.
Our Thetford one went well.
Yeah, that's true, actually.
That's the only one.
That's the exception. Really low heat, yeah? Don't melt. No, because straight away I can see that that's... Yeah, it is. This one's melting. This one's melting. Yeah, no, that's melting. That's melting. I can see it melting.
You can see the ring in the middle.
Oh my goodness. There's nothing creepy about this forest at night.
Is that you trying to convince us?
I'm not creeped out. I mean, it's because you guys are here, but I'm not creeped out.
I think give it an hour or two, you're going to be very hungry.
I've already eaten.
Yeah, but
I think you just want to go to Spoons. That's what I think.
I probably won't go Spoons. I'll probably go home.
As night fell, the atmosphere thickened. With only his torchlight cutting through the dark, Thomas admitted the woods felt unnerving. A sudden bark-like sound echoed through the trees. He assumed it was a deer, until a second noise made him scan the forest more carefully.
Oh, so it's there.
That's the tree.
Yes. Did you hear that?
What was that?
That was definitely like a bark. What if we get dragged in?
Probably a deer or something. Yeah, it's a deer. So how are we feeling, boys?
It's darker than I can't see. Yeah, I can't see shit. Oh, Jesus. A lot of comments about this tree, about how it's haunted. There's a demon living in it, there's a ghost. Go talk to the farmers nearby, ask them what's going on here. Go read your history books and all that.
We're tracking down Bigfoot though.
There's nothing wrong with it, it's a fucking tree.
Why does it make that noise? I don't like it.
It is a very big and tall tree, but yeah, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm going to sleep in front of it tonight and I will not die.
I'm scared at all you don't feel any chill down your spine. Because when I came back here, I felt just an immediate chill down my spine.
And what about today?
No, nothing.
I feel okay today because I'm with you guys.
It just, you know, he's just chilling.
He confessed that if he were alone, he'd be packing up already, but the presence of his friends kept him grounded. They joked about the demon tree, and Matt claimed it was creepier than Thatford, another forest Thomas had camped in.
Because what if it's true?
True, it's fine. I found those others too. I will give you one thing, it's definitely creepier than Thetford, but that's because it's natural.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thetford you feel a bit safer in because it is, you can tell it's made by the man. Yeah. You make a mess.
Yeah, I'm a little bit on edge now, you know. I was completely fine like 5 minutes ago, but since we did that, I'm a little bit like...
Can you get them tucked in?
Are you actually like kissing?
I'm pretty nervous.
Oh, he's a little baby!
I don't like it when your voice echoes around the forest.
I've got stigmata.
What's stigmata? What's that?
It's an unexplained wound, which is usually attributed to Jesus Christ.
Let's have a look.
That's a cicada.
What's up?
Listen.
There's nothing there.
It's a cicada. Or a bug.
Yeah, some roaches.
Oh.
That's just a hole in the ground. No, never mind.
While the banter kept spirits high, Thomas noticed something strange. His voice echoed unnaturally in the forest, a sound he didn't like. Later, Sam howled like a wolf, perhaps tempting fate.
I'm not feeling it. If I was on my own, I'd be out of here. But Sam and Matt are fine, so I'm gonna be fine. But
Oi oi!
I'm not, you know.
Oh!
That's a mistake.
It would have been cool if something did it backfire.
No, it would not.
What if we meet a werewolf and he's chill?
No, it's a bat. I know it's a tree. It's a leaf.
Oh my god. It landed on my tent.
Yeah, it did.
You've been marked to sacrifice.
Oh my goodness, I actually have. Don't like that.
Hello.
That's scary.
What? Generate 8 bug.
Sam's sneaking up on me, isn't he? Yeah. Stop it. If my tent collapses.
Funny.
Back at camp, a simple leaf landing on Thomas's tent startled him badly. His friends teased him, throwing small objects his way, and though he knew it was them, it still rattled him.
What?
You missed so
Shut up.
It's a motorbike.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Actually,
No, it probably was a motorbike.
Yeah, probably was. It was such a curmudgeon.
I'm okay at the minute in my tent. I feel protected.
Yeah, but you got to come out and do stuff with us.
You wanted to get in your tent ages ago.
Yeah, but not now. Yeah, you told me not to, and now you're getting in there, you hypocrite.
Tom is very nervous.
I just...
See, it's quite funny because at first he said, I'm here, I'm with you boys, I no longer feel nervous. I feel like...
It was a minute the
it's all
interview
okay.
about the tree, and now...
And now he's
But
crying.
returning to the tree has made Tom feel worried, feel nervous, feel unsafe.
Then came another sound, a low motor somewhere in the distance, that offered a momentary feeling of safety inside the tent. But returning to the area near the demon tree renewed his unease. He began seriously considering leaving, wondering if the tree itself was somehow urging them to go. A splitting headache set in, and by now, Thomas was certain he wouldn't sleep. Between the moldy tent, the distant thump of party music, and the heavy sense of being on edge, the decision was made. They were leaving early,
I even knew it was you. I knew it was you, and it still freaked me out. I've got this sort of feeling that's like.
I got a feeling.
Let me talk to the camera. Let me speak this to the camera and we get some clean audio. It's this like splitting sort of pain through my limbs. Just every heartbeat. It's like. Poof, poof, poof. Just like the log started moving when you two sat down. It freaked me out.
Yeah,
I'm really on edge. These guys are absolutely fine. I don't want to leave. You jumping on the thing. Oh man. Huh? I'm leaning towards leaving at the minute because I'm not going to sleep. I know I'm not going to sleep. And we're doing stuff tomorrow. I'm just on edge, and I'm worried about that mold thing. But also I'm worried about sleep.
I think it will be worse when we're on our beds and no one's making a noise.
Yeah, and it's annoying because we're all set up and ready to go, and this will be the second time I've bailed from this camp.
Well, then we just don't do this one again. There you go.
Well, if I bail now, I'm not doing this camp again.
I just like going gym, doing cardio.
I just.
It ain't gonna work.
What, leaving?
Yeah.
Why?
Trapped.
Too late.
What do you mean?
The gates are closed.
There are no gates.
That's what you think.
No, I want to go. I want to go.
Well, that was too much.
Why do you even camp?
There's camps loads of places, just not this one.
I don't know what it is about this place, man. I don't know what it is about this place. Because if I was you, I'd be pissed off. So I totally get it. I completely empathise.
You know how chilled I am about everything.
You're fine.
Sorry.
I totally empathise with Sam. But I am on it. There's just some really loud music. Away from one of the nearby houses. Someone's having a party. That's so loud.
In the aftermath, Thomas clarified that he hadn't felt in supernatural danger. It was his own mind, amplified by the setting, that made the night unbearable.
It's just frustrating that that's the second time I've tried to camp there. Third time if you include the time I said to you, no, I'm not feeling it, let's just go home. But let's not do it. And bailed every single time. Yeah, there was no option. With the same here, if there was no option here, it wouldn't even be a question. But the fact that it's so easy to just go. I mean, I was in my tent, I was okay, but the mould was concerning. My gear was mouldy earlier when I got it out, but it didn't look like the tent was. I don't know why the tent was wet, because nothing was wet. Like, I cleaned it, I dried everything, hung it up after my last trip, so I have no idea why that stuff was all wet. So I'm gonna...
Still, the forest unsettled him in a way Thatford never had. This was his second failed attempt to camp at Gravelwood, and he vowed it would be his last. One question lingered, though. Why had his tent been wet when he unpacked it? There was no clear answer. And perhaps that's the truth about places like Gravelwood. The real terror isn't always a ghost, an animal, or a shadow in the trees, but the quiet, creeping unease that takes root in your mind and refuses to let go. What's up, Silent Nightmare family? I have something huge to share with you today. We just crossed an incredible milestone, 50,000 subscribers. But now it's time to set our sights even higher. If we hit 100,000 subscribers by the end of September, 10 lucky subscribers will each receive a $50 gift card. You can choose any gift cards. That's $500 in total prizes as a thank you to this amazing community. It's super easy to enter. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like this video, comment below with your favorite Silent Nightmare video or your scariest camping story. That's it. Let's hit 100K together and celebrate the only way we know how, with a massive giveaway. Meet Nikki, the creator behind the YouTube channel Nikki TV. Through her videos, she invites viewers into her world of immersive car camping adventures in her Toyota 4Runner, balancing the beauty and challenges of solo outdoor life. Her authentic storytelling and practical approach keep audiences hooked on real wilderness experiences. But on her first camping trip of 2025, Nikki would be reminded just how unpredictable and unsettling these journeys can become. On January 31st, 2025, Nikki arrived at a remote campground, ready to kick off the year's adventures after recovering from pneumonia. Armed with her camera and camping gear, she was eager to shake off a month of being stuck indoors. Her opening footage brimmed with excitement, unaware that her night was about to take an eerie turn.
Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I'm Nikki, and this is Nikki TV. As you can see from the mess behind me, I just came home from work a couple hours ago and just threw everything in the back of the 4Runner, took out the bed platform, threw in a tent and a chair and some things, and we're hitting the road. Well, we made it to camp. So let's get set up.
As she began setting up camp, she pointed out something curious to her viewers. 2 picnic tables sitting side by side at her site. A small detail at first, but one that would later play into the strange events of the evening. Winter camping usually meant solitude, yet she was surprised by the number of other campers around. That surprise would soon turn to concern.
You know, it never ceases to amaze me whenever I go camping in the winter. I'm expecting to really not see many people, but when I get to my spot, I'm like in shock at how many people's winter camping.
Her careful routine was interrupted when a fellow camper wandered over to chat about gear.
I won't bother you at all, but I do start my van every once in a while. Like, I didn't set up my tent because it's pretty wet, obviously.
Yeah.
So, if I bother you, just let me know.
You're fine, because if I get too cold, I'm hopping my butt right in the back of that 4Runner.
Okay.
And if you hear me talking, I promise I'm not talking to myself, I'm talking to a GoPro.
Well, I talk to myself.
Well, I mean, I'm basically talking to myself. I still want you to think.
Just as long as you know, if you hear me out, and especially if I got my headphones on,
Yeah.
and I'm rocking, if I say, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, you're totally fine.
Even after the conversation ended, Nikki couldn't shake a vague unease. Then, later that afternoon, the peace shattered. 4 cars pulled in, carrying 3 men and a group of loud teenage boys. They claimed both her site and the one next to it had been booked under their name. With the ranger station closed, there was no way to verify.
A group of people with a bunch of teenage boys just started setting up. I'll tell you what, people are just rude anymore. I had to take everything out of my tent and put it back into the 4Runner because these men showed up with 4 different vehicles.
Despite Nikki's proof that she had booked the spot, they began setting up just 20 feet from her tent, far too close for comfort. The men's insistence and their decision to stay right beside a solo female camper raised alarm bells.
And that there must have been some misunderstanding, but the problem is that the office is now closed. So I looked at him and I was like, well, you know, I've already been here for a couple hours. My name's on the post. Cook, because they put little tags on the post at each campsite, and they put the dates that you're going to be arriving and the date that you're going to be leaving. So my name is on the tag that's on the campsite post. And it says that I'll be coming in today and leaving tomorrow. So, you know, I looked at him and said, well, I booked this site. It was available. The website allowed me to book the site. If the site was taken, it would have shown me that it was unavailable and it wouldn't allowed me to get...
Trusting her instincts, Nikki quietly packed her gear back into the 4Runner, choosing to sleep in the safety of her vehicle. The night passed without incident, but heavy rain greeted her in the morning. After breaking down camp, she took a solitary hike along the icy trails, trying to salvage something from the trip.
Good morning. We woke up to rain, which I knew there was going to be a chance of. So looks like we're going to be packing up in the rain, which is okay. I didn't bring my raincoat or my poncho, but it'll be okay. Go for a hike and then come back and have my coffee and breakfast right here instead of stopping at a rest stop. I kind of feel like that would be a better option than having to stop somewhere else when I'm already here. And as you can see, there's nobody here. Maybe 1 or 2 cars. And I left my walking sticks in the 4Runner. Just slide right off of there into the water. I hope not.
Though Nikki left unharmed, one question lingered. Was this simply a booking mix-up or something more sinister? Their true intentions will never be known. Tommy and his wife Rachel were no strangers to the outdoors. Most of their time was spent traveling in their van with their loyal dog, chasing adventure wherever the road led. But their latest trip to the woodlands of southern Oklahoma stirred up an uneasy memory, because the last time they were here, They'd heard something strange. As they pulled into the remote clearing, an eerie, drawn-out howl cut through the stillness.
We're at roughly the same place that we heard something howling before, where somebody tried to get in the van. Storm coming in.
Yeah.
And we're sitting here just having a conversation, and something back over that way is howling.
Yeah.
There are no dogs that way. And it's not a dog barking. It's a loud howl. I don't hear it now.
Yeah.
But there was a howl. There was a loud, long, a few of them, drawn out,
Yeah.
like roaring. Same thing I heard before. Same exact thing I heard before.
No houses for miles, no dogs, only endless trees. They locked eyes, a flicker of doubt passing between them. Was coming back a mistake? Yet curiosity outweighed caution. They stood quietly, listening. The howling came again, low, guttural, unlike anything they'd ever heard. Then another, louder, closer.
There are no houses that way. There aren't dogs. Now I'm hearing one over here. Well, I hope the mic is picking this up. Yep.
Like over there somewhere?
That way.
Yeah.
That's one reason we keep coming out here, because there's something going on. There is something happening out here. We don't know what. Hopefully the
There it
I don't know, honey.
I'm freaked out.
Rachel's getting a little bit freaked out. Camping cook for y'all tonight. Gonna make this a that is howling. What is that? I don't like it. No, no, no. I don't like that.
So it's
Some creature.
I don't know
There's
what's going on.
creature apostrophe S creatures S apostrophe. What?
There's something out there.
Yeah. I don't know.
No.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
Do.
I don't even know if I want to stay here. And ask her. I don't get afraid. I don't get
Yeah.
scared. But this place is already made us. Badger has been perked up before. I know. I keep hearing it.
It is. Yeah.
Good God, you hear that one? Nope. Look.
There goes a kid.
No, they're loud. They are loud. I hope this mic picks them up. Yeah, I don't know about that. Don't know.
It came from over there.
Yep. I said there's one back that way and one back. There's one to the right front of the van making a sound. Something to the right front. I don't know. Even how. I don't know how far.
The tension snapped. Tommy sprinted back to the van, slamming the door behind him. Even inside, the haunting sound carried through the walls. Whatever it was big. Still, Tommy couldn't let it go. While Rachel tried to rest, he stepped back outside, flashlight in hand. But now, silence. The forest was calm, untouched, as if nothing had happened at all.
You hear crickets. Heard a crow back over that way. And that boy. I think everything's chilled out now. I still don't know what that was. I don't know. But I do know we're about probably 3/4 of a mile as the crow flies from where I heard the howling before. And there's just nobody out here. It's a pretty good size wildlife area. To be honest, don't know what kind of wildlife is out here. Because those howls, those roars, those vocalizations.
They spent the rest of the night in uneasy stillness, yet deep down, they knew. Whatever had been out there, it wasn't finished with them. On March 9th, 2023, she was living her dream, spending the night alone in her van. Van life is supposed to be an adventure, but sometimes it feels more like a nightmare. That night in Columbia, South Carolina, she struggled for hours to find a safe place to park. Hotels were full or unwelcoming, and exhaustion was setting in. Finally, she pulled into the parking lot of a Hilton Garden Inn, thinking she'd found a quiet spot to rest. It was just after 10:15 p.m. when she parked. The lot was still, with only the occasional security vehicle making rounds. She settled in, turned off the lights, and tried to relax.
So, pretty sure I'm just gonna park there and leave Cracker Barrel for another night. And this Hilton Garden has plenty of parking. So it's about to go down. Also, there's another van. So that's kind of comforting.
Barely 5 minutes later, bang, bang, bang. A loud knock on the van door shattered the silence. Her heart pounded as she peeked outside. A man in a security uniform stood there, telling her overnight parking wasn't allowed. Not wanting trouble, she quickly packed up and drove away. But the encounter shook her.
Just a second. Hi.
Hey, you have a room?
I just pulled over just to go to the bathroom back here. I'm leaving.
Okay.
In hundreds, and I mean hundreds, of hotel parking lots that I ever got the knock, and I hadn't even fallen asleep. I had just, like I said, just sat there and listened for a few minutes. It hadn't even been 5 minutes since I turned off the camera when I heard that knock. Now, normally, if it was like, I don't know, if it was in the middle of the night, I would probably not have answered because of safety and because they wouldn't have known that I was in there. But since they saw me pull up and park, then they were like, bro, no. That's the car that was parked behind me. So when I pulled up and turned and parked, that car was parked there with their lights on. But it's a regular car. It wasn't like a security car. So it looked like two dudes, which I couldn't really see, but it looked like two dudes in that car, in that regular car. So I thought it was just like people staying at the hotel. But that's interesting that they have security officers in their uniform, but in regular cars.
Eventually, she ended up at a Quality Inn. The reviews were terrible, but that night it was quiet enough to finally sleep. The next morning, she woke up safe, but the fear from that knock lingered. Van life might be free-spirited, but moments like this prove it's not for the faint of heart. Out there, it's not just nature watching you, it's everything you can't explain. This is Frank, the creator behind the popular YouTube channel Franco TV, known for venturing into some of the most eerie and unsettling locations in the world. Fearless and relentlessly curious about the supernatural, Frank explores places most people wouldn't dare to step into after dark, determined to uncover the mysteries that blur the line between the living and the dead. In this video, Frank returns to an abandoned factory steeped in a dark and disturbing past. Decades ago, the factory's ruthless owner, a woman notorious for her cruelty, was said to have abused her workers to the point of death, burying the bodies beneath the factory floors. Over the years, countless reports of ghostly sightings have suggested that the spirits of her victims still linger, trapped and unable to rest. Frank had been here before. His last visit ended abruptly after terrifying, unexplained events forced him to cut the night short. This time, on December 20th, 2024, he was determined to last until dawn and gather undeniable proof of the paranormal activity that haunted this place. What he didn't know was that this night would prove even more disturbing than his first attempt.
Let's go into here. It is completely pitch black. While walking through here, I'm gonna cheat a little bit. I forgot about these holes. Could fall right through the ground. I want to see if I can make my way to the front. So I get a nice good bird's eye look at this whole place.
The moment he arrived, a heavy, oppressive atmosphere surrounded him. Determined not to let fear take hold, Frank began by ensuring he was truly alone. Climbing to a vantage point, he scanned the building for movement or lights. The night was still, except for strange, distant noises that seemed to drift from somewhere nearby. Finding no signs of intruders, Frank stepped inside.
Oh, I'm getting noises. Listen. I'm outside. Hear that? I'm outside right now just trying to see if I see any lights. And I'm hearing banging going on. I want to see if I can hear it again. Hear it. I don't know what that is. Alright, I'm actually creeping out right now. Oh, what the hell is that? Who the hell is yelling? Got a knocking sound. Hola? I can't see anything in front of me, so I'm literally using the camera to see. Are you knocking on that piece of wood there? On the podium? I am definitely getting something on the podium. It literally sounds like scratching sounds. It doesn't sound like it's coming from the roof. It just sounds like it's coming from this general area. Trying to see if I could see like a rat. Oh, fuck. I just heard the front door open. And it's open.
Then, without warning, the heavy front door creaked open on its own. There was no wind strong enough to move it, and the sound made his chest tighten. Steeling himself, Frank approached the entrance. But no one was outside. More convinced than ever that something supernatural was at play,
What the fuck? It's closing. And it's cold in here. It just got really cold in here. Oh, something opened up the front door and then opened up or closed this door. Like if something came in through here, walked in, and then as soon as I went into that room, it got really cold. I want to see if there's anybody on the outside. Have my book bag.
Frank focused on 2 rooms where activity seemed strongest. While scanning with his thermal camera, something darted past a doorway at an unnatural speed. For a moment, he doubted his eyes, until he rewound the footage and confirmed it.
I'm gonna still keep in bed. See, right here now, it's cold. Something's cold inside this room. Oh, that's something. Holy crap. I'm gonna see if I can take my thermal camera out, see if I can get a temperature read. It's probably hard for you guys to see anything because of the difference in temperature, so I'm gonna point this way. That's the outside window. There's a lot more temperatures on the outside, so you'll be able to see more. Trying to see if I could get any sort of temperature change. What the fuck was that? Trying to see if I could get any sort of temperature change. What the fuck was that?
Whatever it was, it moved in a way no human could. Then, faint but chilling, came the sound of a small, childlike voice. Frank held his breath, straining to hear it again. Silence followed, but the quiet was quickly shattered by a loud, unsettling banging. Heart racing, he followed the sound to one of the windows.
See if I could see it passing by. Nothing. But with the assumption that something was passing by, I'm going to check back here. Is that bread? There's bread. Hola? What was that? Somebody's talking. Oh my God, what the hell is this? I don't even know if I've been back here before. It's like a witch. Or... Hold on, I'm getting noises. Whoa, I've never even seen this area before. So I am literally shaking right now. I don't know if something's giggling or laughing or what, but I'm hearing what sounds like a talking. I swear to God, I keep hearing what sounds like somebody talking from the outside, and they sound close. Especially with the freaking voices I was hearing. They sound like giggling or laughing or something. What the hell is that? It's literally coming from the glass. The glass is shaking. Oh, this one's locked. There's no way I could even get inside here. I could feel the glass vibrating. Look on the other side. You gotta turn off the IR. What is that? Stopped. Oh, that is weird.
Inside the room, there was nothing. No object, no person that could explain the noise. And then, as abruptly as it began, the banging stopped. That's when Frank noticed them. Clear handprints on the glass. No other clues, no logical explanation.
I don't know what else could be causing that. You know what's even creepier? Is that if you look here, you can see little kid hands. What the fuck? I haven't turned on my IR. Hola? Jeez, I was just hearing noises of somebody talking like a female. It sounded like a giggling, and then it just got quiet. I'm gonna check this room again. Might have been doing it on this side too and cracked the glass. But I heard it on that window specifically. I want to see if it happens again. Oh yeah, that's right. This thing is torn down. There is absolutely nothing. Not even on the glass. There's nothing. What the hell?
As dawn began to creep in, Frank decided it was time to leave. Though shaken, he knew he had captured compelling evidence. Exhausted but satisfied, he left the factory behind. Yet the night's events refused to leave him. With no clear answers, the experience left both Frank and thousands of his viewers speculating about what truly happened inside those walls, and whether the factory's tormented past will ever be at peace. A solo camper ventured into the woods for his very first overnight trip. But this wasn't just any night. It was Halloween. As he made his way along the narrow forest trail, he shared a chilling local legend. A ghostly man who wanders these woods after dark, forever lost, seen only by the truly unlucky. The deeper he went, the heavier the atmosphere became.
Hi guys, we're down at Dungeness. It's Halloween 2024, so I've decided to go out and do a solo camp. I've never done a solo camp in my life, so it's going to be something different for me, a new experience, and probably a little bit creepy. I've heard there's been a few hauntings in the area. One story was absolutely great, actually, thinking about it. I'm just trying not to trip over, but I always remember it. A guy down on the beach fishing, and there's known to be a ghost. He's like an old fisherman type man, because it's like a fishing village, desert. He's known in the area to walk around in like dungaree type trousers and, you know, like traditional sort of fisherman sort of dress, old school. And apparently there was a guy down on the beach fishing away, and he was just getting to a point where he was ready to pack up to go home. And he turned around and see a bloke standing there staring at him. Bearing in mind this is in the dark at night time, not midnight. And anyway, he sat there, he sort of spoke to the bloke a little bit. The bloke didn't answer, he just stood there staring. And he decided that enough's enough, I'm going to leave. Turned around to look at the bloke again, and he'd gone. Well, this guy freaked out, and he's rushed back to his car, and he's jumped in his motor, and he was too scared that he didn't even pack any of his fishing rods up or anything.
By the time he found a small clearing to pitch his tent, the forest was unnervingly quiet. As the sun slipped below the horizon, the silence seemed to press in from all sides.
Right guys, that's the tent all pitched up, ready to go. How exciting. It's only an old tent I had laying around, but it does me okay. So nice and quick and easy. Cool, you can hear all the birds singing. It's so peaceful down here, apart from the main road. It does feel a little eerie though, if I'm honest, especially on your own. I mean, it doesn't look much in the camera, but the sun is going down fast. It's quite creepy.
By 11:15 p.m., he crawled into his tent, noting how the stillness felt unnatural, almost expectant. Then, faint at first, came the sound, slow, deliberate footsteps crunching the forest floor, circling his tent.
It's getting a bit creepy outside. I thought I heard a few noises here and there, but I'll just put it down to animals, I think, because you know, it's a bit nasty out there. So I think what I'm going to do is, I think I'm gonna, because there's not a lot else I can do, I think I'm gonna get my head down, because it's now 11:30. So what was that? Did you hear that, guys? What was that? What was that noise? It sounded close to 10.
His pulse thundered in his ears as he grabbed his flashlight and stepped outside. Nothing. Not a single sign of movement. Reluctantly, he returned to his tent.
Because that wasn't very nice. That sounded a bit close to the 10. Can't see anything, guys. I haven't heard the noise since. I don't know, guys. It's creeped me out a lot though. This solo camping is a little bit sketchy, if I'm honest. Oh, I don't know what that noise was, guys, but I'm back in the tent and I think I'm just going to call it a night because I'm quite tired. I just hope whatever that was has buggered off. I don't know what it was, whether it was an animal or I really don't know, but that was scary.
Hours later, at 2 a.m., it struck. Something slammed into the side of his shelter again and again until the fabric began to cave.
What was that, guys? Shit. Someone out there. Shit. That's shaking me up, guys. That's really shaking me up.
Heart pounding, he unzipped the flap and swept his light into the darkness. No one there, but the unmistakable feeling of being watched gripped him. That was enough.
What the fuck was that? Absolutely shitting myself. What the fuck was that? I can't do this, guys. I can't stay here. I cannot stay here, guys. I really can't. I don't know what the hell that was. There's someone here. There's got to be. There's someone here. Shit. I ain't hanging around here, guys. I've left my tent. I didn't pack it up in the end. I'm sorry about the head torch. I'm not turning that off. I'm not turning the head torch off. I need to see where I'm going and who's around me. Because this isn't very nice, guys. This really isn't very nice.
He tore down his camp in a panic and fled through the night. Was it just a cruel prank? Or had the local legend been waiting for him all along? This video comes from a channel that thrives on raw, immersive exploration, where every journey into the forgotten edges of the world is driven not by spectacle, but by atmosphere. Zek and May don't just film abandoned places, they step inside and let the silence, the shadows, and the unspoken stories guide them. In this episode, they travel deep into the ruins of a deserted high school somewhere in Europe, an eerie shell left to time. At first, it's everything they hoped for. Long hallways lined with peeling paint, lockers sealed shut, chalkboards still marked with fading lessons, and trophies coated in dust. The ghosts of student life linger in every corner. But the stillness begins to change. The quiet takes on weight, and an unease starts to settle in.
We're probably at the very tip end of the school, being that we are starting here in the gym.
Pretty dark in here.
Yeah, it's really dark actually. With like those track things that you like jump over.
Let's see.
Lots of that. Wow, it goes two different ways.
Whoa.
It goes this way, and it goes that way. Yeah, we'll try that. This is a really pretty wing. Look how like colorful it is.
That's a pretty
Different
hallway.
colors on different walls.
Oh shit. There's definitely somebody in here.
Yeah, so let's go see if it's a scrapper and explore.
You can hear them. Turn your phone on vibrate just in case.
It's literally 9 o'clock in the morning.
I know.
That's annoying. Why are you doing that at 9 a.m.?
Now something's coming from over here. It's like more going. I don't know where it's coming from. You hear it? It could be coming from this side.
That's loud.
What is wrong with people, man?
Like, how are we supposed to film when they're doing this? As filmmakers and YouTubers, this is aggravating. This is annoying.
And we tend to get a lot of questions and like...
They realize they aren't alone. Whoever else is inside doesn't sound safe. Caution creeps in, but curiosity keeps them moving. Until instinct takes over, they need to get out.
He's making so much
Oh, like, bro, the last thing we need is the cops to come here because they have to deal with that.
Oh, and when we were outside, being that we're so close to a hospital, there was like police right across the street, so...
Oh, yeah.
This is insane.
That's where we came from, was right here. We just walked down that.
This sound was coming from...
I think it's coming like second.
Oh, I could see him.
Yeah.
I saw him move. Look, oh, you can see movement. I think he has a ladder. I hope he didn't see me. Through that middle window, I could see movement. You saw it? I was like moving.
No, I didn't see it.
I hope he didn't see us. Something dangle, like from the ceiling, like wires or something.
Yeah, because he's ripping them, the pipes out of the ceiling.
Yeah. So we just got across, but we have to go up to get out of this place. And when we was crossing, we definitely heard some sort of scanner. It wasn't a police scanner, but it was definitely some sort of like communication device, like a walkie-talkie or something. So we gotta be careful.
Yet the school's layout now feels like a trap. Long corridors offer no cover, and whoever is out there may already know they're here. They hide, staying low and silent, listening for any sign of movement. For over an hour they wait, hearing the scrape of metal, the crackle of a radio. It's no longer just the feeling of being watched. It's the sense of being hunted.
We gotta get the hell out of here. Yep, training bullets. They're definitely trained in here. Probably the police. They're all over. Man.
We're gonna knock on wood when we say this, but we think the coast is clear. Not too sure, but we're gonna find out. Main office. this is clear here. That says that that's the cafeteria. And stuff. Should we go down there?
Yeah, that's what we was there for the sounds. But I think we're good now, hopefully. Just weird at this.
So at this very moment, I turn around and I see somebody in some sort of uniform right at the door, and I was so sure that they saw us, and that's why we started immediately fleeing that area.
Just weird at this.
Is there a floor here? I mean, has everywhere been written? Oh, can I get those? Two. There are signs of people in here, so I'll be shot come across them.
heard that they left. They came into the room. They did those things. The door closed. And we're like, okay, this is our time. They were talking about how they were going to come back. We didn't know how quick they were going to come back. If they were all out of the building, if it was just that group of people, because there were so many people, it was so hard to tell. There was the people that were already inside the entire time, the people that just entered before. So once we had a semi-okay that at least that group was gone and we heard silence and we heard that door close, we got up and we made our run for it immediately.
When the moment finally comes, they take it, rushing through the maze of decaying halls toward the only exit they know. Then, air, light, freedom. Breathless and shaking, they step back into the world outside, lucky to have escaped. But the weight of what could have happened stays with them. They left that school behind. Yet, not everything in there let go of them. This is Daniel, an avid outdoorsman who loves wild camping and immersing himself in nature. On his YouTube channel, English Woodsman, he shares his adventures with viewers, braving the elements with unwavering positivity. Rain, wind, or freezing temperatures. No challenge is too harsh for Daniel. He always finds joy in the great outdoors. But in this particular clip, keeping that positivity became much harder. It's May 4th, 2023. With his usual excitement, Daniel sets off on a new adventure. Upon arriving in the forest, he takes a walk to scout the perfect spot for a meal while testing out his new grill.
So now I've found my little spot where I'm going to be doing the cooking. I want to show you what I'm using. Instant grill. Check out this. I hope this manages to cook my dinner, because that'd be one lump of steak going to waste. Oh, ladies don't want her. Oh, it's cooking it already. Look at that. There's a big difference already there. I'm starting to hear the juices drop off the steak and going onto the charcoal things. Oh, this steak is cooked perfect.
Happy with how his steak turns out, Daniel enjoys dinner, surrounded by the peaceful sounds of nature. The evening feels perfect, calm, serene, and exactly the escape he was looking for. As the sun slowly sinks, Daniel packs up and hikes toward a secluded clearing he's chosen for the night. Satisfied and confident, he feels like nothing could possibly ruin this great evening. But little does he know, something unexpected awaits.
Right, so it sounds like there's some young kids where I want to be. There we go. I've just been called a sad old git. I'm only 40 years old. I've just been abused by a load of young kids. Call me a sad old git. Wow. Right, so you can see it's starting to get a little bit darker now. Most of the street lights are coming on. I've just been laying down on my bag. I think I fell asleep for about half an hour. I'm going to continue just laying down just till it gets a little bit more darker, then I can get set up. Right, so I thought I'd show you what I'm using. Well, I can get away with having the light on. If it's too dark, I don't want to be shining my light, attracting attention to myself. So my Miltech bivvy. So then I've got my OEX 200 sleeping bag, my Flux 5.0 air mat. So that's supposed to give you some warmth.
Although he couldn't settle in the exact spot he planned, Daniel finds a quiet clearing and prepares for the night. As darkness falls and the temperature drops, his calm is suddenly shattered. Out of nowhere, a massive deer charges at him, ramming its antlers into his stomach with full force.
Massive deer, just over there looking at me.
Oh shit, it's running towards me. Let me get my breath back.
The impact knocks the wind out of him, leaving him gasping and struggling to breathe. Stunned and in pain, Daniel clutches his ribs as a sharp ache intensifies with every breath. The deer, startled by Daniel's presence in the tall grass, instinctively lashed out, a harsh reminder of how unpredictable nature can be. As the shock fades, Daniel steadies his breathing, but knows the pain is too great to stay. With heavy disappointment but clear judgment, he packs up and makes the painful walk back to his car. This video is a powerful reminder. When camping deep in the wilderness, your evening can change in an instant. Nature is beautiful, but it's also wild and unpredictable. This video comes from the YouTube channel MG Wild, where Johan, a familiar face to many of his loyal viewers, has spent the past 4 years taking audiences deep into the wild. From rugged camping trips to full-on survival challenges, his passion for the outdoors is unmatched. But this time, Johan's adventure wouldn't just be about soaking in the beauty of nature. He had a different plan, to combine camping with a paranormal investigation. He had a hunch that this land held more secrets than it let on. It was February 9th, 2025. The weather was perfect as Johan roamed the wilderness, searching for the ideal place to set up camp. Once he found the spot, he brewed himself a hot cup of coffee and enjoyed the calm before sunset.
The old caterpillars are becoming a little bit problematic. I put my bag down, I put it up on a tree, no matter where, my bag, my jumper, they always find their way onto it. And so I have to spend a little bit of time making sure that they're off it before we proceed. So just to reiterate, the apps that we're using throughout this investigation supposedly work through electronic frequency or something like that, okay? I'm no expert.
But as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a dim, orange glow across the trees, Johan was ready to test his ghost hunting apps. At first, everything seemed normal. The readings were quiet, no strange spikes, no signs of paranormal activity. But his dogs began acting oddly, ears perked and eyes locked on the shadows beyond the firelight. A sudden flutter of wings broke the tension, making Johan think they were simply reacting to a bird. Still, the uneasy feeling in his gut lingered.
She's alerted. She's on high alert. She's down there. You down there, DC? Is it? I hope there's Yeti. DC's off. She's gone. Torch. Fucking birds, huh? Birds, these people, they ain't like, they're the things that startle you most out here. When the birds just take off, you just don't expect it, and then some kind of... What the fuck, huh? Ready? What's going on, Yeds? Yes, sir. Okay. Okay. Let me in on that secret test. You okay? What's the problem? Okay. I don't know why she's sitting right behind me growling. Test again? Okay, yes, but I prefer it if you didn't growl at me, huh? Like, I don't mind during the daytime when we're not in the middle of a dark woods. You're sitting right behind me growling. What is that?
As he tried another scan, the air seemed to change, heavier, charged with something he couldn't explain. The noises drifting from the dark woods no longer felt like the wind. His dogs knew it too. With only a few strange, cryptic responses from his devices and no clear explanation for the noises, Johan decided it was best to call it a night.
This person's name? Can I sit down? Is it safe? What the fuck is that? Huh?
Ralph.
Your name is what? Ralph. Jesus, good timing, Ralph. I was just concentrating on something. What is this? Not really right where I was about to sit. It's hair. Dark hair. Yes, I hear something. Yes, there. Eddie. Be alert, please. Walking around in there. We're right by this little trail. It's good. Ralph, can you explain to me? Is that you I hear, Ralph? You're moving around. You're moving around, Ralph. Is that you? I don't know.
I'm right here.
Yeah. That, okay. And why is that so zoomed in? Jeez, they are not reacting. It's, that's the scariest thing about this whole thing. So, Ralph, you're right here with me. Do you, Do you want me to leave? Oh, it's such a bad headache. Do you want me to leave, Ralph?
I can't leave.
You can't leave. I know. So it was you I was speaking to earlier when you were saying you were stuck. Why can't you leave? Well, because you're stuck. Do you want me to leave?
Hello.
Hello. Okay. Is this someone else I'm speaking to? What is your name? Fuck off, mate. Jesus.
Sinful.
Sinful.
It's dark.
It is dark. Definitely something walking around in there.
I'm not sure how.
You're not sure how to leave. How are you not hearing that, Yeti? What the fuck? Yes.
Even tucked inside his shelter, the unease never left him. Sleep came in restless waves. By morning, he had no answers. Only the unsettling certainty that something was out there in the dark, just beyond the reach of his light. This trip left him with more questions than ever about what truly lingers between the living and the dead. Meet Elelenar, the face behind Elelenar Grace Adventures. Through her videos, she shares her love for outdoor exploration, from wild camping to tranquil nature escapes. With a relaxed vlogging style and a taste for spontaneity, she invites viewers to join her on journeys where unpredictability is part of the appeal. But one night, during what began as a peaceful camping trip, she would be reminded just how mysterious and unsettling the wilderness can be. It was late last year when Elelenar set out for a solo camping adventure in a remote Devon forest. She had recently shifted her channel's focus to the outdoors and was eager to settle into her familiar two-man tent. Despite past mishaps that included damp nights and even a surprise cockroach guest, the expansive campsite felt secluded and safe, the perfect place to enjoy nature's quiet.
This looks like the perfect spot. I just wanted to bring my tent down before I bring the rest of everything that I normally bring, which you guys know is a lot. I couldn't think of anywhere better to camp tonight than right in the middle of the forest. Like the last time I put this tent up, I had a bit of a mishap. I'm guessing it's going to be a little bit damp inside. But then again, when do I not have a mishap? I was also joined by a cockroach the last time I used this tent, so hello everyone and welcome to my tiny tent. My tiny tent, two-man tent, barely fits one person. And welcome back to the newly named Eleanor Grace Adventures channel. I did change the name, Eleanor Grace Diaries. Well, it didn't really make sense. So I thought that I would start off the newer videos on this channel by coming camping, something that I haven't done on here in a very, very long time. I'm in a forest in the middle of Devon. We're in a campsite at the moment, a very large campsite in the forest where the pitches are very far apart. I mean, this is just one pitchlet.
As evening fell, however, small challenges crept in. Her fire refused to stay lit. Her torch began to die. The once welcoming solitude of the forest now felt heavier, the air colder, the silence deeper. Later, when she ventured out to find the toilet, she stepped into pitch-black woods and quickly lost her bearings. That's when it happened.
First attempt of the evening. Yeah. There we go, that's better. After the 20th attempt of trying to keep my fire lit tonight, it's finally out again. The torch is dying as well, which is really, really great, isn't it? Let me just charge this up. Yeah, trying to find the toilet in the middle of a big forest. Stitch, where are you, mate? Hello? Oh, God. I found it. Don't look too excited. I've still got to find my way back, yeah.
A sudden, sharp sound split the silence. It wasn't the rustle of wind or the snap of a twig. It was distinct, deliberate, and it froze her in place. Heart racing, she forced herself to continue, eventually finding the amenities, and then hurrying back to the relative safety of her tent. But the unease lingered. The tent door gaped open into the darkness, and the earlier noise gnawed at her mind.
Guys, it is absolutely creepy as hell with this door open.
I haven't experienced weather in the tent like this yet. It is hammering tonight, like crazy amount.
Okay, oh my God, my equipment inside is getting soaked. I got too curious. I'm awake! If I thought my back wasn't bad already, it's bad. It feels like both this bit here, whatever the hell that is that your rhomboid or whatever, and my shoulder blades and everything is really, really sore.
Sleep was elusive, and the night's challenges were far from over. A torrential downpour and powerful winds swept in, drenching her gear and testing her tent to its limits. By morning, her back ached, her belongings were damp, and the thought of enduring another night in the rain felt impossible. With her equipment wet and her body sore, she made the decision to abandon the tent and sleep in her car instead. What began as a serene escape had become a night of disquiet and discomfort, from that unexplained noise in the woods to the relentless storm. What caused the sound remains a mystery. Was it an animal, a person, or something else entirely, watching from the shadows? Eleanor left without answers, but with a reminder that even in the most peaceful settings, the wild keeps its secrets. This chilling footage was captured by a well-known YouTuber from the channel Me and New, famous for venturing into haunted forests and documenting eerie encounters. In August 2024, he embarked on another solo camping trip, setting up his tent deep in a secluded area, just as he had done many times before. At first, everything felt peaceful, almost perfect. But as the sun dipped below the trees, that sense of calm began to unravel. What started as a simple camping trip was about to spiral into a night of terror.
Hey. Apa? Aku unang ya? Ada lampu di situ. Pembonding. Stop. Tadi ya kayak ada suaranya teriak ya teman-teman.
Without warning, an unsettling noise shattered the quiet, echoing through the dark forest. Fear gripped him instantly. He bolted for his tent, hoping its thin walls could somehow protect him from whatever was lurking outside. The sound grew, low, guttural growls, creeping closer, more aggressive with each passing moment. It felt as though the creature was testing the tent, searching for a way inside. The once serene forest now pulsed with a predatory presence. What it was, or what it looked like, remains a mystery to this day. Eventually, the growls faded, swallowed by the night. Though shaken, he somehow managed to rest until dawn. At first light, he wasted no time. Packing his gear, he left the forest behind, unharmed, but with a story that would haunt him forever. This shocking footage was captured by Derry and his partner, the couple behind the YouTube channel Sailing Supernova. Their videos usually show the beauty of life at sea, endless horizons, peaceful sunrises, and the gentle rhythm of the waves. But during one late-night crossing between Venezuela and Grenada, they faced something far more terrifying than any storm. It was supposed to be a routine passage. Derry's partner was filming a casual vlog inside the cabin, showing how they had secured everything for rough waters.
So I've just made my second cup of tea for the night, and I thought I'd show you how much we've cleared up in here. It's amazing. Even though this has been the roughest passage we've ever had, nothing has fallen to the ground, so you'd probably be super proud of us. I'll show you.
The atmosphere was calm, until it shattered in an instant. A sudden, aggressive mechanical roar cut through the night, the sound of a high-speed engine closing in fast. Too loud, too close. Then, a scream. Panic ripped through her voice as she called for Derry. The camera caught chaos, darkness, hurried footsteps, and fear.
Darcy! Darcy! Darcy, wake up! There's a boat! Get up! Get up! Hey! Hey! What are you doing?
Engine!
Turn up!
Turn the lights off! Lights off! The nav lights! We got attacked! We have to tap!
Moments later, Derry realized they were under attack. Acting on pure survival instinct, he fought off the first intruder, wrestling him overboard.
I figured it was the fastest way to get back to the cockpit. As soon as I came up through the hatch, I could see two people climbing on board on the port side, and the one closest to me had a gun. So I ran up and I grabbed his wrist, like his arm, his wrist area that was holding the gun, and I kind of pulled him up onto the ship. I like helped him up onto the ship because I figured if I were to push him away, then there'd be too much space in between us and he could just shoot me.
The man's weapon slipped into the sea, but a second attacker had already made it inside, swinging a wooden bat at Derry's partner. Derry struck back. Another fight, another splash. Both attackers were now in the water.
I just kind of swung as hard as I could with my left hand, and I ended up missing him with my fist, but I hit him with like my wrist area on kind of like the side of his head, like around his ear, neck area. And there was enough force to knock him completely overboard. And then we just ran back towards the cockpit. Yvette started the engines, and we just did our best to get out of there.
They didn't wait to see if they had returned. They killed the lights, disabled their AIS tracker, and pushed the engines hard, vanishing into the black water. Calling for help over the radio was too risky. Other hostile boats could be listening. Instead, they sent a desperate message to a trusted friend in Grenada who contacted the Coast Guard. They survived, bruised but alive.
Full, so we were going quite fast then because we were still sailing as well. And then we tacked, so we changed direction completely, headed kind of as much as we could in the direction of...
We didn't want to use a VHF radio because we figured if there was other vessels around that were kind of in on it, then that would like alert them that like, you know, the first attack had...
The ocean had always been their sanctuary. That night, it became a hunting ground. No warning, no time to think. And as they sped through the dark, one truth cut deeper than any wave. Sometimes the real danger isn't the sea, it's the people on it. Meet Justin, the adventurous mind behind the YouTube channel Justin Chase. Known for his unique explorations and engaging storytelling, he often throws himself into unpredictable situations that keep viewers on edge. But one day, a spur-of-the-moment decision would lead him into an adventure far more unsettling than anything he'd faced before. It started on a seemingly ordinary afternoon, with a simple but risky experiment. Justin decided to hand over complete control of his day to ChatGPT. His instructions to the AI were clear. Provide GPS coordinates to a mysterious location about an hour from Johnson City, Tennessee, perfect for filming, but withhold any details about what it actually was. Armed with his camera and his sense of adventure, Justin entered the coordinates into his GPS and set off.
Today in this video I have fully decided to give up. Just joking. Today and only for today I have decided to give up all of my autonomy and give it to our second best friend on the channel. Our first best friend being Siri. We've not talked to Siri in a little bit. So we're gonna go ahead and get into my car and see where Bestie takes us. I do want to emphasize that I legitimately have no idea where it's gonna lead us to today. I plugged the coordinates into the map and just saved the route, but I didn't look at like where it really even is. I know that we're going south, I think, like southwest, I don't know. I know we're going kind of south. So yeah, I really hope that I don't end up at like the bottom of a lake or something today. We'll see when we get there. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get into my car. We'll see you, ladies and gentlemen, in just a little bit.
About half an hour into the drive, he found himself passing through Embreeville, a tiny, unincorporated community in Washington County. Remote, quiet, and the last flicker of civilization before he would disappear into the unknown. The road stretched on another 15 to 20 minutes, the scenery growing wilder and more isolated with each passing mile.
Welcome back, everybody. So this is about probably 30 minutes later, 35 minutes later. We have somehow ended up in a community that I've never even heard of before. This is Embreeville, right? No. This is Embreeville, Tennessee, in Washington County. This is the last community that you run into on the map before you get to wherever our final destination is. Apparently it's going to be in the freaking middle of nowhere. We still have about 20 minutes before we get to the destination, and as you can see, we're already kind of in the middle of like I said, I didn't even know that this place existed, and I only live like 30 minutes from.
When he arrived, the nature of ChatGPT's chosen spot began to reveal itself. It was deep in the mountains, cut off from everything. Almost immediately, Justin crossed paths with a fisherman who issued a blunt warning. This area was crawling with black bears. Past encounters had been serious enough to prompt camping restrictions. The caution was enough to make Justin pause, but curiosity still pulled him forward. The weather turned against him. Rain began to fall. The fisherman's warning echoed in his mind.
The other side of this or no? ChatGPT, you know what ChatGPT? Yeah. It sent me here and it sent me to some random location. And it's up there, but I don't think there's anything actually up there.
Maybe a bear. Yeah.
Yeah, is it high bear activity here?
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of bears. They come in our backyard. There was one seen yesterday afternoon. On that side, there's a bear right there. This time last year, hanging out on that side. But that side doesn't get explored a whole often, so that's where they're at probably. So, but they're black bears. Yeah. The reason we can't camp here anymore is because of that. This little girl got, like, and her mom, like, got mauled. And,
oh, you're kidding.
Yeah, like, so they don't let people camp out here anymore.
So that guy was just down here fishing. He was about to leave, so I stopped to ask him a question. Horrible idea. I've done this once before. I have said this a million times on this channel. I hate the mountains. I don't hate the mountains. I hate going into the mountains because I don't know what I'm doing.
But with daylight fading, he decided it was now or never. His target was only 0.3 miles away. He set himself a hard cutoff time, 8:20 p.m. No video was worth his life. A bridge allowed him to cross a nearby creek without soaking himself, though his boat shoes were hardly ideal for the rough terrain. Soon, he found a narrow, true backwoods trail.
I really don't know what to do at this point. The rain has slowed down slightly, but this is a $1,000 camera. Not really trying to risk an entire camera today. The point that we're trying to get to, dude, we're currently right here on the map. This is the closest point that you can get to by road to the exact coordinates. I'm gonna have to walk a little bit. Luckily, the point that we're trying to get to is only about like half a mile. It's like 0.3 miles, I think. So in reality, it's really not that far from here. I am gonna have to figure out how to cross this creek. This is Clark's Creek right here. There's a little tributary somewhere on the map that leads basically right up to the point we're trying to get to. I've not located where the tributary is yet, but I need to find it. Gotta cross the creek first and then work my way up there. What am I doing with my life at the moment? Decided to make a run for it. You only live once, ladies and gentlemen. It's now or never. And we're going to be losing daylight in probably 40 minutes to an hour. So it is quite literally now or never. It's currently 7:52. So I'm going to go ahead and set a turnaround time because as we have learned on this channel, it's very important to have turnaround times.
A sign he was heading in the right direction. But the solitude pressed in. The wildness of the place, stirring memories of past, nerve-wracking encounters in similar untamed environments. Then, halfway to his destination, it happened.
So it turns out you don't actually have to cross the creek. They just got a bridge here that goes across the creek. So I got my shoe wet for absolutely no reason. Still apparently haven't learned my lesson about these boat shoes. These are certainly not for mountain hiking. Okay, this is like 5 minutes later after that last clip. Turns out that there is a trail, and this is like a real backwoods trail. This is certainly not a popular trail. So I am assuming that this is supposed to lead me to whatever this location is. I'm having some like real PTSD from my trip to Snake Den Mountain. Okay, you know what? I know I shouldn't do this, but I'm just going to focus on getting there. So I'll see you, ladies and gentlemen, when/if I get to this location or not. I'll see you in a second. This is unfortunately, this was supposed to be a lighthearted video. I don't know what I said last, but I got probably halfway there and heard some kind of growl. I don't know what it was. I don't think it was a bear, but it certainly sounded, I think it was probably a mountain lion or something. I think that I'm pretty much done with being like an idiot on this channel and being totally reckless for really no reason. I really don't know what else to say at the moment. I don't know how I'm going to resolve this video, but that's also not really what I should be worrying about at the moment. I'm just going to focus on getting out of here.
A growl, low, chilling, and far too close, ripped through the silence. Justin froze. The sound wasn't a bear. He thought it might be a mountain lion. Whatever it was enough. His pulse surged. Instinct screamed louder than curiosity. Without another thought, he turned back, abandoning the mission entirely. The danger was no longer worth the risk. Back in Johnson City, still rattled, Justin returned to ChatGPT for answers. But instead of clarity, he got something stranger.
So this is about an hour later. We are now back in Johnson City. I've just had a conversation with ChatGPT. I have also learned that ChatGPT is apparently a female. Yeah, there's that piece of information for you. I also just learned that you can have it talk to you. So I'm going to let her explain the situation. I asked, what was at the coordinates you sent me earlier? And she says,
I don't have access to our previous messages in this conversation. Could you please remind me what the coordinates were? Once you do, I can tell you what was or is at that location.
To which I provide her the coordinates, and then she says,
the coordinates 36.1520 degrees N, 82.521 degrees W point to a location in northeastern Tennessee, near the town of Unicoi in Unicoi County. This area lies within the Appalachian Mountains and is part of the Cherokee National Forest, known for its scenic beauty, hiking trails, and outdoor recreation opportunities. The region is characterized by its mountainous terrain, dense forests, and proximity to the Appalachian Trail. If you're interested in more specific information about this location or nearby attractions, feel free to ask.
Like, what do you think I want you... Yeah, what do you think I want you to do? Yes, I would like to know why you chose this spot specifically.
Thanks for asking.
You're welcome.
But I actually don't have a record of having chosen or sent you that spot previously.
Oh, imagine that. So we don't know. She doesn't know. I was almost eaten today, ladies and gentlemen. Do you understand that? Yeah, so I don't really know what the takeaway is from this video. If there is a takeaway, I think I'll just leave that up to you to decide. Kind of a stupid idea. I mean, I would think that it was gonna choose like a really kind of a boring, mundane location. I thought originally that it was probably gonna give me coordinates to like a very popular place, a place that's visited just all the time, more of a touristy destination.
The AI, now speaking in a female persona, claimed no memory of ever sending those specific coordinates. It simply described the spot as part of the Cherokee National Forest, a place of scenic beauty and hiking trails, offering nothing that explained the menace he'd felt, or the growl that had cut his adventure short. The AI's denial left him with more questions than answers, and the unsettling possibility that this so-called random journey had been far from random at all. Meet Zach and Allie, a couple living their dream life in a camper van with their 2 dogs, traveling, working, and exploring new places from their cozy home on wheels. On their YouTube channel, Nomadic Habits, their videos are usually lighthearted, filled with scenic views, travel tips, and the joys of van life. But on January 24th, 2023, that carefree lifestyle was replaced with a fight to survive. An 80-mile-long line of storms was sweeping across southern Texas. At first, meteorologists didn't sound overly concerned. It wasn't tornado season after all, but as the hours passed, the system grew stronger than anyone expected. Zach and Allie soon realized they didn't have time to escape to a safer location. Their only option was to stay put and hope for the best.
I'm figuring out a lot of it, actually. I lied. A lot of it. I'm serious. Pay attention. Pay attention to what's going on outside. I'm not kidding.
Radar indicated. Intact. Gusty winds could knock down limbs and blow around unsecured objects.
Alright, if something happens though, we're heading out the van and we're gonna get in that ditch right there. We're gonna hunker down.
My heart's beating 1,000,000 miles an hour and Zach's worried about filming. Here, we're just gonna get prepared. There's your leash. Freaking out. Right. Having a panic attack. You're just gonna follow me if something goes wrong, right? Yeah? Seriously, babe.
I'm gonna program this radio and put it on the NOAA weather, and then we can send it over to...
They made an emergency plan and followed every weather update, but then the warning came. A tornado was on the ground, and it was heading straight for them. What had been unease turned to fear. Zach tried to stay calm, but Allie's anxiety spiraled into a full-blown panic attack.
I'm freaking out.
The warning will be allowed to expire.
See? Warnings are expiring.
No, it's not. It's not. It's still there. It's still on the radar. Up north of us, it's expired, but like on top of us, look at that. It's on top of us. That one has not expired. That warning that's right there has not expired. I'm serious. They're all around us right now. Babe, seriously. Where do we go? What do we do? I'm having a panic attack, and they're getting worse. Seriously, are we okay? We're not okay. This is not okay. This isn't okay.
How about I go in the back and look?
No, 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 no. No.
You okay?
No.
It's okay,
no.
Baby.
The wind roared outside, the sky darkened, and the air grew heavy with that unmistakable tension before disaster strikes. They argued over what to do: remain inside the van, somewhat protected but dangerously exposed, or flee to a ditch nearby, a choice that came with the deadly risk of electrocution from rising water.
An extremely dangerous tornado was located over Orange Field, or near Bridge City, moving northeast at 35 miles per hour.
Is that a train? Is that a train? What the f is that? What is that?
No idea.
Seriously? Jack, do we need to go over there? Seriously? What the f?
Says over Bridge City. It's coming right at us.
Jack, what do we do?
We calm down. That's what we do.
Destruction is possible.
That's a tornado.
Stop!
Move!
Stop!
Get in the back!
Stop!
Get in the back!
Stop!
Get in the back!
Stop!
Get down on Marlin!
Around 4:50 p.m. Central Standard Time.
The storm raged around them, the walls of the van trembling as they sat frozen in fear, hearts pounding. Minutes felt like hours until finally the winds began to die down. When it was over, their van was still intact.
Look, his camper got... You okay?
No! You're gonna get myself all dirty.
Baby, that was a tornado. Look, his camper fell off the jack stand.
What?
His camper fell off the jack stand. You see the neighbor? Yeah. Hey, you okay? You okay, Macy? You okay, Marley? Hey, you guys okay? Y'all alright? Good. That was sketchy. Did it pick your camper up?
Yeah, I picked it up.
Yeah.
It moved it up.
Yeah, I see that. Holy cow. It probably doesn't even look as bad on video as it does in real life.
When all that stuff started hitting the window, I grabbed my bag. I said, I'm gonna get ready to dive.
I don't know where this piece came from.
No one at the campground had been hurt, but the experience left its mark, a reminder that in the path of nature's fury, luck can be the thin line between survival and tragedy. This video comes from The Men's Life, a YouTube channel known for its love of travel, adventure, and uncovering unique places around the globe. But this trip would prove to be anything but their usual lighthearted journey. The couple behind the channel had set out to explore a remote ghost town, one they'd read about but never seen with their own eyes. The goal was simple: document the eerie beauty of an abandoned settlement, long left to decay in isolation.
Something literally is here in the vicinity. Legit, Chelsea's so freaked out right now, she doesn't want to leave the tent. I apologize if this vlog wasn't really much, but I mean, we're popping in here to just tell you guys that we're okay. Right now, we just concluded the main channel, which you guys will see. But yeah, I don't know what's happening. I legit don't know what's going on or what is around us right now, but the sounds we have been hearing, yo, like it's like legit freaking me the hell out. There's a sound coming from in there as well. But again, I don't know what it is. I can't detect the species. Shit. Yeah, man. Yeah, this place has something wrong to it. There's something very, very wrong to this place. So right now we're in Caribou Mines, where there's a known beast that has been encountered in the early century. I found this actually in a book where they actually cover a lot of ghost stories stuff. Now, these stories you can't find online. You have to actually go to books. The author that I've been getting these stories from actually has collected them over time as like a personal piece, man. Like it's something that he's collected so we can share, and they're all from locals who have actually had paranormal stuff go down over the last century. Like legit, it's scary. It's a really scary thing considering the fact of what we heard. Again, I can't claim it to be cryptid, but I'm almost like...
The video opens with sweeping shots of a dusty road stretching endlessly ahead. The landscape is empty. The silence is heavy, broken only by the wind whispering through brittle weeds. Moving cautiously, the pair narrates in low tones, as if the stillness itself demands quiet. At first, it's exactly the kind of haunting beauty they came for. Rusted machinery scattered in the open, a weather-worn church leaning slightly, skeletal houses reduced to door frames and shattered walls. It feels as though time stopped here, the people who once lived in this place vanishing without warning. But then, the mood shifts.
I'm not going to waste any time, though. I want you guys to hear it, but I also don't want to put ourselves in danger too much, because I actually feel like things are going to go down if we stay too long in this place. Also, too, there's one thing you guys got to know about me, and that's actually me absolutely hating the fact of packing up in the middle of a night of like research, a night of trying to figure out shit, a night of camping, a night of filming for you guys. I hate canceling that. But I do it sometimes because I actually feel like we're in danger, and that's tonight. And legit, it's bad out here. I'm doing this for the sake of both Chelsea and I. We're gonna have to come back for a follow-up main channel and see what's going on. Maybe go down that path where I heard something again. We will see. Found our salad thing, the lid, and this all scattered on the ground. It's fucked up, man. It's fucked up. It's actually messed up. So I'm thinking I'm hearing stuff, but I haven't heard a single thing since I cut. That's the weird thing. It's like silent now, just dead. We come in peace. We don't mean any harm. Fuck. It's a damn full moon. I don't know if you guys can see that from where I am, but there's a moon and it's full as fuck. Right there. Yeah, this light's not going to do much, but yeah, it's a full moon. Well, we're pretty much packed up. Damn. Okay, so finally did it. Packed up. I know this wasn't really much of an ending to this vlog or a vlog at all, but legit had a crazy night, guys. Like, it's hella late. Probably gonna go and sleep till like noon tomorrow. It's probably not gonna happen because we have stuff to do, but anyways, definitely gonna sleep in for as long as I can. But we're gonna come back. We're gonna come back for part 2 and kind of go up down that way where I heard that last thing. I don't know what the hell that was. but it's still undiscovered. We went through both ways, and now that one's just left to do. So whatever is here, I can't tell you, but it was here in the vicinity, demolished their stuff. Like, not really demolished, but...
Somewhere in the wind is another sound. Slow, deliberate, wrong. No one should be here. The nearest active town is miles away. Every gust suddenly feels like footsteps just out of sight. By the time they reach their car, the decision is instant. They're leaving. The thrill of exploring has been replaced with a quiet, urgent need to escape. In their final reflections, they admit, this wasn't the adventure they expected. They captured hauntingly beautiful footage, yes, but whatever was in that ghost town, whether a person, an animal, or the crushing weight of isolation, had turned the place from eerily fascinating to undeniably threatening.